name's Michael Cawood. Essentially, I'm working on the Untitled platform, making a film called The Wrong Rock. It's a very simple project, but actually it's about 10 minutes worth of footage. But to give you a little bit of a background of where I come from, I work as an animated filmmaker. I've been a previous supervisor, an animation director, and now I'm directing this on my free time. But I previously did a film called Devils, Angels, and Dating, back in the day when virtual studios did not exist. Back in 2009, I started something. I just pulled together all kinds of rough things like Dropbox and Ning and Excel spreadsheets, whatever I could find to get a film made. And that project took about 6 years. Now, by contrast, I got this project going in December last year. We're now halfway through production, and I just kind of wanted to highlight where we've come from 2009. I mean, we have seen some incredible progress. The stuff that you're seeing here this evening is really, really amazing. It's now possible to find projects so much easier. I mean, back then, I would trawl through a forum, and you would find half a dozen dead projects, and maybe if you're lucky, one that's limping into death shortly afterwards. But now it's much easier to both find the projects and evaluate whether they're worthy, and understand quickly whether they're the sort of thing that you're interested in working on. Likewise, recruiting, completely different story. I used to have to go out to the entire web. I would write to people. I trawled through the 11-second club, writing to people saying, hey, would you be interested in working on my project? Because it was an unpaid project, I couldn't actually advertise it as a job. I had to be asking for people to work for me for free, and it was a very long and arduous process. Now, I just put this project up online in December, sat back and waited while people applied to me, and I get flooded by applications now. If anything, now I just have to figure out how to sort through them, and there's a lot to it, but at the end of the day, I haven't had to spend all that time seeking them out. I can very quickly analyze in just a few minutes whether this is somebody I want to spend time talking to, and then it's a case of quickly setting up video chats and having a conversation with them. So, I mean, there are still things that need to be done. I'm looking forward to seeing some sort of marketplace for projects, so that in future we can go onto these platforms and find paid projects and connect the talent with the projects. Right now, I mean, I work full-time as well as doing this on the side, and it's really hard for me to seek out and find paid work on the side, so I have to work as an artist at the same time as doing this. So I'm looking forward to a day when there's a great marketplace so we can connect all of those two things together. The other big thing, the thing I think that really, really needs to be done before the studios trust anything that we're doing here, is peer accountability. It's that idea that, well, the reason most of these projects are still in studios, and when you look for jobs, 99.9% of all jobs are still on site, is because the producers need to trust that their people are working on their project, and they need to understand and see them working on the box. And one of the things I'd like to see are systems in place where we can get that transparency and show the producers that things are being done while they're being done. Going completely out into the cloud here, I would love to see the idea of AR being introduced to systems like this. So that's things like HoloLens, where we might be able to put on a headset and see the artists right next to you, even though they're off in some distant location. So that you can kind of see and just go, hey, Ben, can you just show me what you're doing here, and go through things like that. So those are the sorts of things I'd love to see this happen the next time I come up here and present. Because I actually came up here and presented with David maybe, what was it, 4 years ago? And so maybe 4 years from now, we'll be looking at things like that. So anyway, that's the project. I'm not going to eat up too much of your time. Go to thewrongrock.com. We have actually launched an Indiegogo campaign just over the weekend. We've got another 2 weeks left to run, so we're hoping that we can raise enough money to actually pay our artists. But anyway, thank you very much.